sing and nursing a part. We know every card by heart. Oh, the curtain lights. This is it. We'll hit the heights. And oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show. This is it.
Yeah, on with the show. I'm a little salty tonight.
No.
A little bit. On with the show. This is it, or is it
We're all disorganized.
something else? IT.
Pardon me. Pardon me.
Hi, kids. John and Tracy. REALTOwn time. It's the mayor. It's the whole thing of REALTOwn. Glad you're here. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Holy fright, do we have a bunch. BUHNGCTH bunch to talk about. 609-807-2492 if you want to pipe up and put in your 2
somebody freaking call in.
cents.
We haven't had any call-ins for a while.
It's been a little while, but you know what? I've been hearing through folks.
So I'm eating chips. I'm hungry.
Enjoy yourself.
Okay.
I've been hearing through folks, whether it's online or in person, that you know what, I like listening, I like watching, I like hearing, because it's an escape for me. Okay, good for you. That's good. I'm glad. So, but you know what? If you got something on your mind, or you want to contribute to the topic, or you have a new topic, 609 807 2492.
What's up with Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook is being wacky. They couldn't do this at 1 to 7 a.m. They got to do it now. Down for maintenance. Even
Still?
Yeah, even our friend Frank, who's been with us here and there.
Cicino.
Uncle Frankie, Frank
Cicino.
He's been trying to update stuff on Facebook with reference to our football team, our Monmouth Rage. And P.S. Game 1 this Saturday.
Monmouth Rage.
Oh, the rage is going to be
raging.
unleashed. Let me tell you about a little, without giving up the stories too much, because we don't need to take it out of house, so to speak. But there has been some stuff go down. Nothing major.
Stuff go down.
Nothing major, but just really, you couldn't help me out a little bit. From some of the others around the way who at some point we will be playing this year, who are just, shall we say, not inclined to help a rage brother out or so. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right, because, we step onto that field of honor. There's 50 yards plus 2 10-yard end zones. We step onto that field of honor, and there will be an unleashed rage, the likes of which they will have had no earthly idea was about to happen. And win or lose, more points, less points than our opponent, they're going to come off of that field after the fourth quarter being like, what the hell was that? Seriously, but hey, we're doing good things. We got
good things.
Everybody's good things. Oh yeah, hot mic.
Hot mic.
Okay, all you kids over there, please. Okay, settle.
We're probably going to say that later.
The guys are amped. The guys, I got to tell you, the guys are amped. Absolutely amped.
Who's the guys you're referring to?
The Rage, the players.
Oh, your players.
The
That's
players.
right. That's right. That's right.
There's a rage in the cage, as Jay Giles' band said back in '81. There is a rage that needs to be uncaged, and it's all going down 1 o'clock. Hey, listen, if anybody's around central New Jersey, down toward the shore a little bit in Homedale, New Jersey, it's off of exit 117, the Garden State Parkway. It's at St. John Vianney High School. Kickoff time 1 p.m. this Saturday, the 16th of March. Game 1 for your Monmouth Rage. See how I said it there?
It's beautiful.
It is. It is. Oh, we're gonna.
Aren't you starting early?
We're gonna release the Kraken. No, it's always spring league. This is always when we.
It is. That's normal.
Yep.
Okay.
This is normal. When we started it 15 years ago, we went July through September, but then we moved it back because there's other things going on in the football world during July and September that, quite honestly, we didn't want to deal with. So we got our own season, which is nice. So what are you up to? Oh, the college admissions scandal, perhaps?
Is this what we're going to talk about now?
You want to talk about it now, or what you got right now?
I'm trying to find out the guy's name. There's a name I'm looking for, and for some reason it escapes
While you
me.
look that up, back to some
talking about
semi-pro.
the Giants or something?
Well, hold on a minute. We'll get there. But back to
Oh.
semi-pro football.
Oh, sorry.
I got some bad news yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's just sad news. Sad news. In 2000 and 2001, I was involved with a team out of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, called the Wilkes-Barre Blaze, and Coach Evans, he was our defensive coordinator. Coach Kern, he was the offensive coordinator, and he owned the team. He was the head coach as well. And Coach Bill Gilday.
Billy.
Yeah, he was our line coach, and Bill would show up when he could, and he was affable. He was always helpful. He wasn't a screamer and a ripper and a terror and one to carry on, but he just hey, come here, you may want to try this instead of that. See how that works. Oh, thanks, Coach Bill. Appreciate it. Got the very bad news that I believe either yesterday or night before last, Coach Bill passed away, and.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's not an old fellow either. I mean, I don't know, I'm 54, and he might be, I don't know, within a few years of me, one way or the other. I mean, he was coaching. I was 35, 36 when I was involved with the Blaze, and he was, maybe he was 40, maybe, but I don't know how old a gentleman he was, but he was not old. They had moved out to Arizona. He was involved. I don't know exactly how, but he was involved somehow with his local community police force. And the scuttlebutt I get is Coach Bill. His passing was prompted by some sort of a blood clot, and I know that can be a problem. I don't know if it was during a procedure or on its own or some darn thing, but I want to acknowledge Coach William Gilday, Bill Gilday, Coach Bill, a good man, a nice man, a good football guy, nice coach. He was always there for our games. He was always, he's an upbeat. He was a positive guy. Not the most gregarious guy in the world, but you know what? When you've got Coach Evans, it's always good to have the opposite side of that coin, because Coach Evans, he's the man, and he's intense, and he loves the game, and so did Coach Bill. He loved the game, and he was in I think the minor league football is in the Minor League Football Hall of Fame. I'm honored to share that honor and distinction with him as well, and. Even it doesn't matter that you don't lay eyes on a person for several years at a clip. We will miss him. And that's all I have to say about that right now. So there it is.
Well, we'll move on from that. Give you a minute.
No, I'm good. It just is what it is, you know?
Well, it just makes you realize that we're all getting older.
Well.
And there's nothing worse. Let me tell you something. Getting old sucks.
It's not for a weakling. I've got to tell you. You can't be a sissy and
getting old
get
sucks. It sucks. And Gene, I like your haircut, by the way. Looks very nice.
Look at him. He's all like polished up and whatnot. Look at him. He's looking all kind of
But I'm going to tell you because I went to the doctor, the lady doctor.
Right.
And, because, the ladies have to go to the lady doctor
Of
to
course.
make sure everything's going all right down there. But as I get older, now that's all different things, because now they're like, well, we need you to, we're going to put you in and get another test. I go, well, what kind of test? What are you talking about? Oh, I'm good. No. We need to get you a colonoscopy.
Oh,
And I went, what?
yikes.
No.
Wow.
They said, oh, yeah, it's time. Now you have to start getting them. All
I'm
the time.
sorry.
I said, what?
I didn't
what?
get that
What?
memo. It's
What?
time?
What? It's time. I was like, wait a second. You got it wrong. I'm 21. I'm living the life. I'm a young spring chicken. What are you talking about? No.
Bach.
No, I knew something was up when I started getting that AARP in the mail. When I started getting those, I knew.
Yeah.
I said, okay, now I'm screwed. AARP in the mail. So yeah, I went to the doctor yesterday, and that's what they said. We're gonna schedule you for a colonoscopy. How do you spell it? Colonoscopy? Colonoscopy. We're going to schedule you for that. So basically, I got scared, and I was like, okay, great. Give me the paperwork. I'll make the appointment myself, because I got to brace myself to have something stuck up my ass.
You
I don't think I'm really.
Oh.
in the mood for that. Thank
Wait a
you.
minute. Here's 2 words for Gene. Are you ready? Here's 2 words for you, the fellas. Ready? Prostate examination. Giddy
Yeah,
up.
you guys have to do that. You have to do the prostate thing.
Nah, it's my
don't know.
most looked forward to event.
But if you guys had a colonoscopy, have you had that?
No.
What do you mean now?
On yes. No.
They told me that everybody, when you get to 50 and up, that's a requirement. What do you mean you're 57, you got 1 more year? What are you waiting for? They said 50. You missed it by 8 years. How do you know you ain't got nothing?
He's still kicking. He's not gonna.
You are a guy.
He's
That's a
healthy as
guy.
a
That
horse.
is such a guy. Men are big babies. Men don't go to the doctor. I would rather go to the doctor and make sure I'm healthy.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know?
No.
That's what got you in the hospital the first time.
We're not looking back. We're looking
Oh,
forward
shit.
here. Okay. Let's not. We can't
Whatever.
revisit the past. We have to move forward, and I'm just not doing that until or unless
Whatever.
my doctor, which I really don't have one anymore, until my doctor says you must do this.
Oh, my God.
You know, I'm good.
So
I'm
you're
good.
telling me? Wait. Okay. Here we go. Gene, when's the last time you went for a checkup? Honestly.
1970.
And they didn't say to you, "Well, it's coming up soon. You're going to be needing some in a couple of years. You're going to need a colon."
He was
Oh yeah.
51. He was already past it.
And you were like, "Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Give me nice seeing you. Bye." My blood pressure's good. My blood's good.
And they have machines now that will actually, they're virtual colonoscopy, that will actually show you don't have to go in like that. My wife has had the virtual. You don't need the machine to go in.
You don't need to put something up your ass.
No, it's all virtual on the outside. It shows you on the outside.
Oh, what about you?
What about me?
Did they tell you you needed one? The last time
Nope.
you went to the doctor? Well, you
Nope.
prior to your incident in the hospital, when was your last doctor's appointment? Before
I
that,
couldn't even tell you.
exactly. This is a man thing. Men are big babies.
No, men just don't have time for the bullshit.
There's a reason-
Because here's the thing. You
No.
go. Here's what it is. You ready?
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
to tell
I'm
you
ready.
exactly
I'm
why.
ready. I'm
I have
waiting.
no time for this until
ahead.
unless there's a big giant reason.
Go ahead.
You go in there, it's like, oh, you're over 40. You got to start having your prostate checked. Fine. You're over 50. You got to do the. You know what? They're always looking and finding stuff that ends up being nothing. You know what? When something ends up being something like happened on last June 18th, then I will go and get it taken care of. And I won't wait till June 18th because I knew it on June 9th. Okay? So I'll wait not as long. I will get there on the proverbial June 9th or 10th next time. And then that'll be that. Don't look for stuff. Stop looking for problems. Stop looking for a thing. There's enough bullshit, enough crap concocted as a matter of course in life. There is no need to manufacture more knowingly. None to me.
So basically, you just don't want to go to the doctor.
What for? They're going to charge me to say, oh, that's going to be $387 and you're fine.
That's what it's all about, too. The money.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with the health.
Well, we're gonna.
I'm gonna tell you a little something.
The AMA has recommended the following ipso facto tests, so we're gonna go ahead and get.
Get the hell out of here. No. I'm good.
There were 10
Now there are
brothers in my grandmother's family. There were 10 children. And 4 of them were men. They all died before they were 50. So there's
So
a
we're
reason.
ahead of the curve, Gene.
Yeah.
We're
ahead of the curve.
good.
Yeah,
We're good
yeah.
like that.
My point being is that the reason that men die before women, which is a known fact, is because men don't go to the doctor.
Okay.
My father didn't, so I agree with that. He didn't want to go for anything. I'll go and get checked out for something, but I don't like.
You won't just go for like an annual.
I don't like going to hospitals, and I don't like going to doctors because, like he said, when I go to a doctor, first thing they say, well, obviously your blood pressure's a little high, so I'm going to put you on this.
Yep.
My blood pressure is good. It's normal. My blood is good. It's normal. I feel good all over.
I knew that you would.
How you feel?
I feel fine.
All right.
Here's what happens. I'll give you a perfect example that happened to me. My my physician just recently retired. Okay, so I do have a family physician up in East Brunswick. It's the guy that my mother and father have been seeing since Hector was a pup. Okay, so Doctor Richard Snapar.
Dr. Feelgood. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Little Motley Crue. But out in Pennsylvania when I lived there, my doctor, Dr. Leon Francis, Brother Leon, he was a good dude. Still is, just retired. So I have always had higher than average blood pressure. Okay, and within the last, I'm going to say 8 to 10 years or so, give or take, they have rejigged the blood pressure scale of what is normal, what is a little high, what is high, and what's, oh boy, you need to get this dealt with. Okay, they lowered the numbers, so now, everything I've always had is now a big potential problem. Okay. I go walking into my doctor for whatever the hell reason.
Doctor?
Doctor. I go in there for whether it's I'm unwell or it's time for my yearly physical, because I would go see Brother Leon regularly, once a year, certainly, and otherwise, as needed. This nurse comes in who I had never seen before, found out that she was relatively new, meaning she wasn't there previously. She pops me on the scale. Oh, 271. I'm like, oh, here we go. She's already looking down her nose at me, okay? Then she brings me into the room and, does the blood pressure. And she, oh, well, you're running high. And for a man of your age, I was maybe 40, 41. And for a man of your age and so forth, well, it's no surprise. 271. I'm like, stop. And she looks at me like I'm some kind of, miscreant. She's like, what do you mean? I said, stop. Let me ask you a question. I asked her just like that. Let me ask you a question. What? When is the last time you looked at my file? What do you mean? Here's what I mean. I'm 17 years old. It's 1981. I'm 173 pounds dripping ass wet with rocks in my pockets. And I have always run high. Have you looked at my file? I'll take that as a no. Why don't you open that up and have a look? Well, I suppose I will. And she opens it up, freaking Nurse Ratchet. And all of a sudden, her face softens up. Oh. I said, I hate to tell you I told you so, but I love it when I'm right. And she had nothing else for me. I said, listen, I've always ran high. Again, 17 years old and 170 pounds. I'm still running a little high. That's just how I'm made. That's the cut of my jib. So don't tell me. Now,
I didn't want to bring up any sore subjects or anything.
no, but here's the thing. Had Dr. Francis, had Brother Leon not been aware of this, had he been the new guy, okay? Because I had to do this earlier last year with Dr. Snapper. I had to, now listen, before you start, puffing that cuff on my sleeve, let me tell you a little something, because otherwise you're going to look down your nose at me and here's what's going to happen. Oh, so I told him about this. I said, I run high. Simple as that. Not egregiously high, but a little high. And sure enough, wasn't I a little high? Okay? Had I not, had it been somebody who I didn't know, my family didn't know, that I wouldn't, or couldn't talk to, frankly, they'd have seen that. They'd have started me on a regimen, on medication, on ba-bop, on ba-beep, on ba-boop, and here I am every month, $500 with a bill for something that I've had my whole life. So I call BS on a lot of it, not all of it, on a lot of it. That's all I'm saying. So when are you having your test?
I was having some chips. Not healthy.
Healthy. I was just going to say, no, that's
It's not healthy.
good
I
eating,
don't.
baby.
I don't even care. Popping.
Says here, wise
Salute.
chips. Wise chips. Uh-oh.
I was just reading this thing.
You see?
Damn you!
See where they're made?
Let's see where they're made. Berwick, Pennsylvania.
That's right. My mom's hometown, 10 minutes from my place in Bloomsburg.
I just lost the screen.
What happened? What have you done?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the fan. I think the fan. Yeah, because it does.
Overheat?
I was just reading it.
Overheatment. Well, tell us about. Okay, let's segue. We'll come back to some sports later. What did you find? What have
Well,
what
what
you
I
heard
was okay.
with all this college tuition
So here's the deal.
hoo-ha?
I'm so mad because I was just reading it too, and I just forgot the guy's name again. I think his last name's Singer. Pete Singer. Thank you. That's what I wanted
Pete
to
Seeger.
know.
We loved watching him on
So-
TV in the '60s.
We need to clarify something.
What?
Oh, it came on again. Oh, yeah. I know the cooling fan is not operating. I know that.
Who's blowing it? Like birthday candles.
What? Gene! Gene, you dirty, filthy animal.
And she hasn't even had her jaw fixed yet either. Holy fright.
No, that's the next appointment.
What?
That's the next appointment.
Thank God.
So what I was
What?
gonna say is, so I just gotta clarify something.
Go ahead.
Because I noticed that a lot of people aren't really reading the story. Like this is what happens. People see a new story and then they read like the first two lines. They're like, oh, okay. And then they start giving their opinion because they think they know it and they're not reading the whole story. It's very annoying to me.
There's a big tuition scandal, and the conservatives are at the crux of it.
Right.
Okay.
And I have to make this clear. It's not about them giving money to the schools. I don't know why people seem to think that's what it is. That's not what it is. And I keep reading that. People are like, oh, well, these rich people, they give money to schools. It's been happening for years. And that's not what the issue is.
No.
Hello?
No.
McFly, hello. It's not about them giving money to the schools. They weren't giving money to the schools. They were giving money to one guy. One guy. This one guy, Singer. What was his first name again? Pete Singer. This guy, that's the issue. It's not the schools. And, of course, it's not illegal for a rich family to buy a gym or buy a football field or buy equipment or donate to a school. That's not illegal. And for some reason, people can't seem to differentiate between the two. And so a friend of mine who I love dearly, she went on this big rant about this has been going on for years. Rich people always giving money, trying to get their kids into school. Yeah, that is true. But that's not what this is about. That's not what it's about. Read the story.
Enlighten us.
Read the story.
Who are not completely lucid.
Friggin' piss me off, man. And yeah, that's not what it's about. What it's about is this one guy. Okay. So what happened was these celebrities.
Rick Singer.
Yes.
William Rick Singer.
Yes. So these.
Yeah.
Yes. It just popped up. Went away. Not Rick Springfield.
Oh.
So
Damn it.
these celebrities, and there's about 50 of them. They've only talked about two, which was Lori Loughlin, who is played on Full House and Fuller House as Jesse's wife, and her husband. And for those of you who don't know, her husband is a huge fashion conglomerate. His line has been featured as a Target, the Target stores. They've been carrying his line of clothing for 20 years, long time, since Target started being
he's done
Target.
well for
long time.
himself.
Massimo is the name of the line, and if anybody's ever shopped at Target, you know that Massimo that was their featured line.
Right.
So if you go and look in clothes in Target, everything was Massimo. So that's her husband. So there's lots of money there between the two of them. So they gave money. Now we're talking the other person that's being charged is Felicity Huffman,
Right.
who is the wife of William H. Macy.
Oh.
So
Mr. Lundegaard.
big money. So between the two of them, big money, lots of money.
Yeah.
Now this is the issue: is they paid this man, right, Singer,
Rick Singer.
to bribe people in the colleges. So basically, to show that they are on sports teams, like doing sports and exceeding in sports. Rowing team was an example when they don't play sports. These girls do not play sports.
Wow.
Yet they went to the coaches of the team so that it would say that they were on these teams and they were excelling on these teams as athletes when in fact
Even
they
though
are not
they were
athletes.
not doing one thing
No.
on the
Correct.
crew team.
Correct.
Wow.
Okay. And
Like a phantom, like a
correct.
ghost.
Correct.
Wow.
In addition, they paid this man to go to the colleges and find people to take the SATs and other exams in the name of their child.
Oh,
Which is a huge
gee.
fraudulent thing. That's why there's so these other kids that were paid by this man Singer to take those college exams, SATs and so on. Okay? So that's where the crime is. It's not about them giving money to the school, asses. No. Dummies.
Dingleberries. Let me tell you
Giving
what.
money to the school is okay, actually.
It's
It's not.
very great.
I mean, it happens.
I would love to have the
Sure.
wherewithal to give a big giant chunk
Sure.
to my
co-
alma mater
Sure.
radio station facility.
Sure, me too.
You know, I really would.
Sure. So that's not a problem. That's not the problem. The problem is they paid one man and upwards of $50,000 to $150,000. Actually, it was over $100,000 each to make sure their children were admitted to colleges such as Stanford and Yale and Harvard and so on by falsifying their exams and having other people take their exams, as well as falsifying their records and saying they were athletes. This is the issue. So I needed to clarify. It was pissing me off because every time I was reading something, people were just like, "Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're rich and you're a liberal rich person and you're giving money." No, that's not what it's about, douchebags.
Not at all. Let me tell
Read
you
the
what.
story.
Let me tell you what.
Read.
These are the same people. These are the same people. Like
Exhausting.
when somebody does well. Okay, like they have their own clothing line, or they have a product that they invent and it takes off, or not for nothing, they win the lottery or whatever it is, or they land the cherry job that and so forth. These are the people who say, "Well, must be nice."
Right.
And you know what I say to these people who say that whenever I'm around them? I say, let's just say that Bob Farkle he won $6 million on the lottery last week. Okay, well, must be nice. I'm like, well, you know what? With $6 million, even if half of that because of taxes, $3 million in my pocket. Let me tell you something. That is nice. God love them. And
That's right.
And they get all bent out of shape because, you know what? Relish in people's accurate and true success. Now, this kind of bullshit, it's not that. You're exactly right. It's like, well, gee, must be nice.
No,
all
it's
of a
not
sudden now
about
the must be nice people come out of the woodwork thinking it's must be nice. It's not.
That's
must
not
be
what
nice.
it's about.
It's
Exactly.
not.
And
It's
and unfortunately, if you read the headline and you're not actually reading the story, this is what happens. These people on Facebook, they start posting things without
idea.
reading the whole story.
Then they have no idea.
And that's what the story. It's about this one guy, the Singer guy. Now, my curiosity is this.
You might remember his brother, Jazz.
Not the jazz singer.
What?
No, not Brian Singer, not Laurie Singer, not any of those singers. None of them. Damn it. My curiosity is this.
Singer sewing machine?
I want to know more about him. Who is he? What's his background? Where did he grow up? How did he end up how did he end up connecting with all of these people? And it's not just those two. There's about 50 people involved.
nuts.
50 millionaires. So they're not just celebrities, they're just some rich people, a whole bunch of rich people, investors,
So these
bankers.
people are basically peeling off $100,000 like you and I might reach in
To
for
this
a $5
dude.
bill to this guy
Yes.
to have him work his little deviltry,
Correct.
so to speak,
Correct.
to make sure that little Johnny and little Sally, get 1,300 on their SATs because Busby Birdwell is going to go take it for them, and then once they're in there, oh yeah, they're not going to do like at Stanford. Okay, they're not going to do football. They're going to do, and this is not a shot on the rowing team, by the way, or the crew team. They're going to do the crew team or the volleyball team because they're not the ones that are up there for all the world to see.
Right.
But they're going to,
Oh yeah, little Johnny Schmagaga. He is an athlete. He is
Right.
partial of the crew team.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
And then the coaches,
What?
he bribes the coaches to attest for them and say, "Oh yeah, they're on the rowing team or they're on the wrestling team, whatever
Why?
the team is."
what's the gain? What's the end game?
Money.
No. For young Nudnik and little Sally.
They get to get into college. To get into to get into the college.
So what? Let's just pick one a second here. So the rowing colleges of the world aren't good enough.
Well, apparently not.
You know, or the
I don't know.
Susquehanna universities where I went, which is now like Bucknell Light, which whatever, I don't care. But I mean, it was, you know, it was kind of, how you doing? You know, back then, you know, when I went versus, oh, good God, I'm at the college, university, okay? It's a little bit more like that now, and that's a whole other story. But I mean, what's wrong with, looking back,
Well.
it used to be different.
Well, I
Used
just
to
think
be
I find
different.
it interesting.
Like the community colleges used to be like 13th grade. They are not anymore.
Right. And I find it interesting. I mean, not only am I fascinated with this gentleman, the singer guy, like I just need to know where he came from. Like how did he make those connections, and how did he become that person?
So he's not
that
working
they
for
paid
just
him.
one college.
No, no.
He's
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 like a
he's
no.
Mr. Guy.
Yeah.
And he sits here.
Yeah.
And you got Stanford. You
Yeah,
got Harvard.
yeah.
You got
Yeah.
Duke. You got this one. You got
Yeah.
that.
Right.
How the hell does he know these people all over the
I don't know.
these schools?
This is what I'm dying to know. That is my issue. I don't care about the
Holy
rich
socks.
people. Hey, y'all got money. I know that.
Good
That's
for
not.
you.
I don't care about that. I need to know about this singer dude. Like, how'd you get there? How did you become that guy?
He's setting them up and knocking them down. And,
Right?
And then the Lori Laughlins of the world are like, thank you.
Right. I'm dying to know. So that's really my thing. Like I want to know all about that. I want to know. And the thing about it is like, why do these rich people who are rich want
Rich people aren't usually poor, but go ahead.
the rich people who are rich want their kids to go to these Ivy League schools? Because technically, really, why do they need those Ivy League schools anyway?
They
They
really
don't really
don't.
need them. I mean, let's be honest. You got enough money, you can. Mark Zuckerberg
Here's the thing.
didn't finish Harvard.
Here's the thing. Billy
He didn't.
Madison's going to get his fortune anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's my point. Like I was just like, well, that's who cares where they go to school? Why is that such a big? It's not like well, you have to go to Yale because you won't get a job unless
you
you go
know
to
why?
Yale. Yeah, but I have $100 million.
You want to know why?
What?
I'll tell you exactly why.
Tell me why.
And we've gone down this road with other things previously.
Tell me why.
It's I, me, my. It's screw you, I want mine. And in this case, mine is my dopey child or smart child or someplace in
the middle.
between. Like me, I'm smart, but I'm not smart sometimes. Okay, academically, I'm not a math guy. I'm not.
Me neither.
Okay, you put me in history and literature and oratory and so forth, I kill it. I'm not math. I'm not science. I'm not smart. I'm not smart, but otherwise, I'm smart.
I'm smart.
But it's keeping up with the Joneses. It's keeping. You know what? This one has a 30-room mansion.
We have to build one that's 35 rooms.
Why?
Well, and
Well,
here,
because the Smiths have 30 rooms.
So what? I don't
right.
care.
And you want to know something funny? They dug up an interview that Lori Laughlin made on the Today Show, and bragging about her daughter getting into Yale.
On the Today
And how
Show.
amazing intelligent her daughter is for getting into Yale. Guess what? Now we know the truth.
Well, and let me tell you what. You know.
Yeah. Just
It-
that's it. Don't worry about it.
It's gonna be not just the unhittable curveball, Gene, like we talked about off air earlier with some things. Not just an unhittable curveball. This is the curveball that comes in high and fast and hits them right in the temple. So they're living and they're reasonably okay, but every once in a while they kind of okay because something's wrong. This is gonna unless they're strong as steel. These kids, okay, this is gonna give them the rest of their lives here and there. It might be once. It might be once an hour. Okay.
Well, and here's the thing: the kids
shame.
didn't know.
No.
So here we go. Here's this kid probably thinking, "I'm not too smart, but how did I get into Yale? How'd that happen? I don't know how I did that because I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. But all right, that sounds good to me.
What the hell's wrong with Trenton State? Not Trenton. Well, what's Trenton State? What's it called now? The College. What the hell's wrong with the College of New Jersey? What's
Jersey
wrong
College,
with
right.
Rutgers? What's wrong with Rowan? It used to be Glassboro. Okay. What's wrong?
No,
what's wrong?
that's not the point.
What's wrong? Go to the thing.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah, and you know what? Oh, maybe they don't know. I'm just. My mind's going 1,000 miles an hour now. As a kid, as a student, as an 18-year-old, 17, 18-year-old going into college, sometimes you don't know what you want to do. You
Sure.
don't know which direction
didn't.
you want to go. Well, hello.
Right.
You know, I got in. I went to college, and I was told because what the hell did I know? I'm a dopey 17-year-old high school kid, and you know God loved them, and I know He does. My mother and father said, you know what? Susquehanna University is starting this new business school right when you're going in. Be a business/marketing major. Now they got the marketing because I'm creative. I'm this. I'm what adept when it comes to that kind of thing. The business, here we go again with the maths and all that. They didn't see that. Oh, you'll be fine. No, I wasn't fine. Okay, it didn't take me long. It took me from I'm going to say June of '82 to about March of '83 to figure out, nope, I need to be in the communications department with a broadcast emphasis. There was communications and theater arts. That was the whole department. But you could go theater arts emphasis like we talked about before, or you can go broadcast emphasis like we talked about before. I, of course, went broadcast emphasis, which also unknowingly had elements then, a lot more now I understand, of marketing and so forth, of the broadcast media.
Well, you know what sucks
deal.
about when we went to school, because I majored in communications, and I remember for like editing, I had to do reel to reel.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh,
And we had
sure.
like the tape and the reels,
Flashing black?
and we had to exactly. And we were in a little booth, and we had our earphones on, and I had to use my little razor blade
Yep.
to cut, and then
Yep.
the tiny little Scotch tape. Remember
loved
that? And it was great because then when I actually was in the real world and I worked in radio, they were like, "Yeah, nobody does that anymore." It means
Well,
nothing. Means nothing.
I got out of
Oh.
college in '86.
Great.
And by, I'm going to say 92 or 3, it was all going digital.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, that was the thing. We got screwed.
Yeah.
Because digital hadn't come out when we were in. Because I went to
Nope.
school. See, I went to school late. I was in college in the '90s, early '90s, and there still wasn't digital yet.
Wow.
So I had to do the reel to reel, and that's what we were doing for visual and audio and so on. And I think it's so funny because then we couldn't even use what we got our degree for. We couldn't even use it.
Well, not for nothing.
couldn't even
Out
use
of
it.
Wink 104 in Harrisburg in '93, I was one of the last two up for the production director position because Mike Ferreri, the god of prod, by the way.
Mike Ferrero. That sounds familiar to me.
Mike Ferreri.
Oh,
He moved to
different.
California. There was a family thing, and he moved to California. So they needed a production director, and I went for it. I was selling there, but I'm like, you know what? I'd rather do what I was went to school for.
Right.
And Al Peterson, this guy, got the job. Why? Because he was already up on the digital
Right.
technology, and I was not. I had
Right.
to do reel to reel. I had to do 4-track, reel, like the thick tape and so
Oh, yeah.
forth. And it was a piece of cake, but it was just, it just took a while compared to Al goes in there, zippity zoop, frippity foop,
Yeah,
and
they
he's,
knew all
he's
that
all
stuff.
done.
We didn't know it.
Damn it.
We had no idea. I think it's hilarious. All the money you paid for college, and you're like, I can't use it.
Yeah.
It meant nothing. Only thing that came in handy for me is like the writing class was good. My electives, actually. I had some great electives.
Right on.
That's about it.
Yeah. I hear you.
Sorry, but it's true. And we did
So
visual
to be
too.
continued with this whole
So yeah,
deal
so that's
here?
the deal
We
with
gotta
that.
find out how
So
this is
I'm gonna do
unfold.
some more research. I find it fascinating. I love this stuff, man. I just do. I love it. I do. And it's just and again, to everybody out there who's actually listening, read the story before you make comments on Facebook. Thank you.
So you paid someone to have your son's SATs taken.
OMG.
OMG.
I want to talk about Jesse Smollett again. You know why? So he's had 14 counts, 14 indictments
Count
against
them.
him, right?
But
But you know what's weird about I still think it's weird. I still think the whole thing is freaky
Why?
because I think something's wrong.
Like what?
I don't know. I'm waiting for this trial to start. I want the trial to start, and I'm like waiting. I mean, I hope they do it like they broadcast it live.
So you're
I
thinking
hope they
some
do.
wild card is going to come popping out
I
of
just
left
think
field.
something's weird, man, and I still do, even after, because first of all, the one thing that was interesting was there were so many leaks about this story out of the police department, like
Right.
so many to the point that there's actually right now an internal investigation
Oh.
as to why there were so many leaks. Because they're not supposed to tell the press anything. That's
Right.
like the whole point.
Exactly.
Duh.
right.
But for some reason, that particular story leaked constantly.
So
and there's an
they're saying
internal.
we cannot comment on an ongoing investigation.
Yeah.
Someone's commenting
Correct.
on the ongoing investigation.
Correct.
Wow.
And they've hired an internal investigation team for that particular department to find out who it was that was leaking all this information. And I find that interesting. I don't know why. I'm like, well, so what's going on here? Like, I just think there's so much more to this story. And I know there's 14 indictments, but I still don't get it. Like, I still struggle with what he did, because he had a lot of money.
Hello.
And he didn't need more money, and he never asked for more money. And if it was for attention, the attention was totally obviously backfired on him.
Oh,
we know that.
Big time.
But there's something off, and I still feel that even after the indictments, so I'm literally like, I'm waiting for this court. I just hope it's like televised. Remember when there used to be court TV?
Yeah.
I used to love court TV. Like, I would sit and just watch court TV. I just would watch all these different trials, and they don't really do that as much anymore,
No,
because they don't really televise. Like the O.J. Simpson trial, the entire thing was televised. It lasted like a freaking 6 months. It was so long, but I mean, they don't really do that as much as they used to. They don't. Sometimes they ban cameras from the court.
OJ, would you like to try the glove on? I would love to.
I would love to. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Look out.
But I think. I don't know if this is televised. She's good. I don't know if this is televised or not. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping it is.
I'm sure there's going to be
'Cause
all
I need to
sorts
know
of
what's
coverage,
happening.
you know, on
Oh,
the, on
my
the
God.
various, you know.
No, but I want no.
news.
I don't care about the coverage.
No, I understand that, but
wanna be there.
I
I want to be in the court. I want to be there.
Get a plane ticket to Chicago and check it out.
I want to put me on the jury. I wish they would. Like, I mean, seriously, I've been called to jury like twice, and both times it was I was excused. And one time they came to a settlement before we went to trial, and I said, "Why can't I get on like a big murder case? Like, why isn't anybody?"
You're the one when you get home and the thing's in the mail. You're like
I'm excited.
You're like Brennan from Step Brothers when he goes to the store to buy the big giant thing of toilet paper, and he goes,
Yeah, but I've only been sequestered in sequestered. Is it is that the right?
Yeah.
In Massachusetts, not New Jersey.
Yeah, I was. I think it'll be 2 summers ago. I was picked for jury duty, and I forget why, but they filled up their need before they got to me, and I'm like, okay, see ya.
But I want to be like I want to be on the Jussie Smollett jury.
Well, you have to move to Chicago first of all.
No, I want to do it. What do I have to do to get on that? Does anybody know anybody?
Get a hold of Rick, what's his name, and see if he can pay somebody to get you on the
exactly,
deal.
Exactly. I need that.
Rick Spring, what's his name? Rick Singleton. What's his
Rick Singer.
Rick Singer. You get a hold of Rick Singer. See if he can,
Rick Snyder.
make
Singer,
something happen. What?
Rick Singer.
Why is it always a Rick?
Rick Springfield.
Oofa.
So yeah, I'm fascinated. So
college,
this is
by
what
the
I've been following all these things, because I'm just like, I need to find out what's going on. And then this thing with the singer. Yeah, I mean, I hope there's a trial so that I can also be a part of that as well. I really need to.
Well, we'll get working on that. If anybody's got some contacts for how Tracy can get on the Jussie Smollett jury, it's 609-807-2492.
Call now.
Call.
Call now.
Operators literally are standing
by.
by. Rush before midnight.
Sitting by.
Hurry. Offer expires soon. Sorry. No CODs. Except in Nebraska.
Did you know
we'll
that
bill you later.
on my on the John and Tracy REALTOwn Facebook page, I put a picture of the new studio. Did you see that?
I did not.
I did do that 3 weeks ago. 4 weeks. 4 weeks ago.
Oh, here we go.
I did. And
Here it comes, Gene.
I put a
Here
picture
it
up.
comes.
The reason I put a picture
Brace
up,
yourself.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because Ruben put a picture up on his Facebook like a month ago saying this is where we're going to be. So I got really excited and I posted on our Facebook, and people were liking it.
Yeah.
And I think people are wondering why I posted it. And since as you can see,
Here's 2 words. Red tape.
is it still red tape?
Well, look out there when you walk in, right?
Okay.
He said he was going to do that 6 months ago.
Oh,
He's a paid Uber driver. That's all he wants to do.
I know. He's picked me up a couple times.
Right. That's all he does.
Mm.
Other than Mondays and Sundays. Over there, as I told John, we have another issue. It's bigger than beyond us.
So I need you to be honest.
John, I'm going to
Fire your
No,
microphone
I need you to
up
be
and
honest.
Let's talk about it
Wait.
for a second.
Do you think?
Get your microphone on. Go
Do
ahead.
you think we're going to be moving into the new studio? Honestly,
My honest opinion, I have to say probably, well, maybe. I mean,
just be honest. What's your gut telling you?
my gut's telling me we should move over there, get everything ready, and then be ready to go. I don't know when that's going to be. That could be a month or 2 months from now.
It could be 2021.
Are there
No,
other
I'm not
things?
kidding.
Are there other things in that building right now? Like other businesses?
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing: we're supposed to be where? Upstairs.
Floor.
Now, here's the conundrum, kids. Okay, second floor. Who can't get to the second floor?
Disabled people.
Thank you. What would one take in a building such as
Brand
that
new building.
to get to the second floor from the first?
An elevator.
Brand new
What's
public
not in the
building.
building?
An
Brand new
elevator.
Public building.
Right,
Building.
public building. Okay, and there's not an elevator.
Is
in
there like a ramp? What
Nope.
about like a?
No.
The people next to us
I don't know how it's. Yeah.
are the owners built part. So the owners actually are next to us. That's what I was told.
But what about who else is on the second floor?
That's it, the owners.
No, I'm.
And us, or,
Oh.
and potentially us.
Is there other businesses on the second floor?
No, lower
No.
floor.
So here.
But
There's a bathroom
legally,
up there.
legally, there's supposed to be some sort of ramp or something to go up to the second floor anyway. When you open any building, the only time you don't need that is historical buildings. Historical buildings don't have to
They were
have that.
trying to skirt
But
around it.
They were trying to sneak it around the without doing it. We'll just don't worry about it. Just go ahead and build the thing.
how
Now, all
how
of a
big?
sudden-
Like how high is the second floor?
1 story up.
No, but I mean, like, is it like 20 stairs or 10? 5 stairs?
There's like 5 that go on the first landing and then 5 go up the other landing. So it's 10 stairs.
10 stairs. Interesting.
Here's an idea. Can you put? And I'm not being funny. Can you put one of those acorn things like the?
Oh, that runs up.
Yeah, the people that can put
Yeah.
on along
What that
along the
is-
way.
Yeah.
That is people with instruments for our.
But it folds up. When
Yeah,
you're
they
not
do
using
fold
it,
up. Actually, I know
it
that. You know
folds up
why?
along the wall.
Because one of the local stations I was at in Massachusetts, it was a senior station, and they actually had one of those, and it comes out, and then it folds back up.
I
It was
mean,
on the side.
It's not flush on the wall, Gino, but I mean, you got
It's out a
here's
couple inches.
here's the wall, and it'll come up to about like so.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they only had one staircase.
You might be a couple, 3, 4
They'd have to
inches
do
out
2 of them,
from
though.
the wall, but you're not encroaching into the stairway to somebody with whatever.
They might not be able to, because if it goes like this and then
sideways.
and
they can.
sideways.
Yeah, you can go around. You can go around corners and around curves. Absolutely,
Oh, okay.
absolutely. you
All
can.
right.
Hey, the sassy Molassio.
I know everything. I know everything.
Just all of it, not everything. What?
Anyway, I had to bring that up because it's starting to annoy me. I'm starting to get annoyed by it. It's not starting. I'm annoyed.
Well, and here's the thing, from what, and tell me if I'm incorrect, Gene. What's going on is this whole certificate of occupancy isn't going to get green lit until something is done. Either they rip out something and put a fakakta elevator in, or they get maybe this acorn chairlift is
It costs
is
a
the
lot to
answer.
put elevators in. That's the main thing. It
Well,
costs-
and
it
why
costs
do
a
you
lot.
think they wanted to skirt it? Because they didn't want to be in hock to Otis elevators for deep into 6 figures along with
Who
the
caught
building.
who caught it? Like, who was the city, or how did that happen?
Well, there's a different town, as we told you. that's,
Yes.
Doing the CO. Because
Yes.
It's owned by the mayor here
Hmm.
of Robbinsville.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So they.
Conflict of interest because the mayor owns the property, so they had to do it other than in Robbinsville. So now it's about 2 towns away, and they're taking their sweet time. I get it; it's bureaucratic government BS.
2 towns
but-
away.
This building was supposed
Yeah.
to be down 6 months ago.
Oh yeah, this building was supposed to
Before
be.
January, it was
Yeah,
supposed to be down.
Yeah, I
you
remember
saying
that.
That's why she got out of here.
Right.
They threw her out.
They actually did?
Yeah.
What about the businesses below us?
He's still going. The insurance guy's still going. He was on the phone when I came in this
All right,
evening.
bored now.
Lawyers down there, the insurance
Doctors down there, lawyers down there, the Indian
I know
chiefs,
they're there.
And the one thing.
All right, I'm bored with this conversation now.
You
I need
brought
to
it
move
up.
on. Yeah, I need to move on because there's no solution.
Maybe the chairlift, Gino.
There's no solution.
No, but it isn't for me to decide.
I understand it, but I mean,
No, it's
if,
not.
bring it up and see if it's been discussed, if that's been thrown out there, because that's an idea. An idea will sell. We're just, I don't know, won't. Not from you, but from whomever. And here's the thing. And again, tell me if I'm wrong. Until or unless that certificate of occupancy is like this, here we are. The cheese stands alone.
Well, we can go in there, but
You just can't do what you do in there.
it's illegal.
You can step around.
It's illegal to go
Ruben
in.
can
It's like
step
squatting.
around.
They're saying go in there, but legally you're not insured if you're in there because you don't have a CO. Anything goes wrong, there's
Wow.
a problem with electric, anything, we're held responsible.
Oh,
so
man.
So who's responsible for tearing this building down?
the same people that's. Do I need to say anymore?
No, I give up. I give up.
And you've already put time and money and resources in
Yeah,
that
just
thing
bought the rug
over
over
there.
Bought the
And
rug.
had you not, I'd definitely say, you know what,
Back out.
Done.
Go somewhere else.
and find something else. But now,
Now it's too late.
you're invested. Now you're invested.
Didn't you, Ruben,
And we paid.
No.
down
think
payment
about
to be
this?
Wow.
What?
You had to pay to belong to, just almost like the college. You have to pay to get your name in there so you want to be in there, like a deposit.
And they took your deposit?
Oh, they
And
took everything.
Oh, they're happy to take money. They're just not.
dude, I'd
you
take him
know.
to court. I'd take him to court. I'd
But
sue
that's
them.
and there's another 5 years. It's going to go down the drain.
Whatever. I'm so over it.
Then we got
Aye,
that
aye.
beam in the middle, right? The I-beam in the middle that's got a little hump in it.
What hump?
And they said there's nothing they can do. They thought the padding or the rug was going to take over. So nothing they can do. That beam runs across the whole building. I said, well, why didn't they just trim it down a little bit? They never thought it was going to be higher than the floor. I mean, I'm dealing with monkeys.
Wow.
These are adults that are contractors and they get paid to do this.
We should have moved where the hairdresser is. We should have moved over there, where the hairdresser is.
Showcase Studios.
Yeah, she only got in like 6 months later,
Uh huh.
but she got in.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm exhausted. This is exhausting.
Oh,
Let's
so
talk.
it
Let's
goes.
talk about the Giants,
Make it work.
so I
make
can
it
take
work.
a nap.
Holy fright! What? That's not nice.
No, I don't mean because you're talking about the Giants. I meant because I was exhausted from that conversation. That made me sleepy. Not because, yeah, exactly. It was a nowhere conversation. Therefore, I said talk about the Giants. I'm not blaming you, but talk about the Giants so that I can take a nap
wow,
to
right.
recover from that conversation. Not because the Giants made me sleepy. I mean, the Giants don't make me sleepy.
Boy, well, yeah, New York football in general got a real shakeup because Le'Veon Bell
Yes.
is now a New York Jet, and if it's not official, it was due to be today. The paperwork was going to be
Ooh.
done and done.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so-
I have a Giant story.
Go ahead.
You might not know this
I
either.
may not.
What's the name of the owner?
The Mara family, John Mara.
Yeah. So, was it the Giants? Or was it the... Wait. Wait. Where did I see that? Wait. Oh, maybe it wasn't the Giants.
Well, what was it? What's the story?
No, it wasn't the Giants. I take it back. I'll tell you the story after you're done with the Giants. I don't know why I don't know why in my head I had football in my head, but it's really, I'm talking about hockey.
Oh.
So, talk about the Giants. Talk amongst yourselves.
Pads, hitting, speed, whatever.
Go ahead. Go.
Well, first again, the Jets got Le'Veon Bell. Here's a guy who didn't play this season. He's still fairly young. He's rested. If he was bumped around and banged around and needed to heal up, he is more than healed and ready to go. They got him a nice contract with incentives. He could get north of $60 million on his whole contract.
That's
I think
it?
It's 3 or 4 years. Hey, it's don't play, make nothing. Oh, here's a thing that's going to get me guaranteed $35 million, 52, I think, as it is with everything else, and possible incentives to get me 60. Yes, please. And I'm not happy with Pittsburgh, so I'm going to go someplace else. Yes, please. So Le'Veon Bell is going to be on Gang Green come this summer.
Gangrene. Isn't that what
Gangrene.
you get when you get your toes cut off?
2 words. Gang Green. the Jets, because they're
Oh, gangrene. I thought you
Thank
meant
you.
like gangrene. You
No.
know, when you
No.
cut your toes off.
a member of Gang Green.
I think I like gangrene actually. I like that better. Sounds better.
Jeez.
Gangrene. I had it in my toe once, but they didn't cut off my toe.
I feel like here I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make a Ross Perot / Admiral Stockdale joke. I feel like Admiral Stockdale. Who am I? Why am I here?
You know that's funny. You do know that's funny, right? Don't pretend like it's not. Gangrene is funny.
Gangrene
Go.
is not funny. You lose limbs, you lose fingers, you lose this.
It's
but
funny.
The gangrene on the Jets. The gang green is the gang of guys wearing green. Ugh.
Gangrene is funny. Yes, it's play on words. Thank you, Gene.
I get 9 hours of and then then
Oh my god. Oh.
that's 45 hours a week, people. 45 hours a week. Now let's do a little quick math here, kids. Again, I know that said there'd be no math. Here's the thing: if on an average, and I'm going to be kind, I usually say every 6 seconds. Let's say every 10 seconds. So that's 6 times a minute times 6 times 60 minutes in an hour. So that's 360 times in an hour that I hear. Okay. Times, no, I beg your pardon, not 9 because there's lunchtime. Times 8 equals, that's 2,880 times a day. Times 5 days, 14,400 times of...
Is it really that much?
Yes.
Is it
I
really
sat
that
there
much?
and timed it one day.
You did time it.
Absolutely. I just...
I wish you could record it.
Oh, I could.
Well, you could. You would get in a lot of trouble. I don't want to get in trouble, but
Just cops didn't see it. I didn't do it. Freaking clown college. I tell you what, just it's just unbelievable. Ah, nerds. Hard cheese. Hard cheese. Anyway.
oh,
The New York Football Giants, ladies and gentlemen. Odell Beckham Jr. is out the door.
where'd he go?
He's up to the land of Cleves.
Cleves.
Yeah, he's up to Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And there's so many people. I was listening to the fan this
The
morning coming
Browns.
down. The Cleveland Browns.
The Browns.
The Brown Dogs. There were so many people calling into the fan, Boomer and Gio this morning. Oh my God, what are they gonna freaking do? They got no blood. You know what? They'll be fine. They'll be fine. This should have been done a year ago. Okay, the general manager, Dave Gettleman, came in. Granted, he was new starting this last season, come up from the Carolina Panthers. And, Beckham is an amazing talent. He is truly an absolutely stunning wide receiver. The one-handed grab against Dallas.
Why
and all this-
what happened? Did he
because
become a free agent or what happened?
No. He is, you know what? He's the vibe is not good. The vibe is not good. When they were negotiating his contract the first portion of last season, he was like a choir boy, an altar boy, doing the right thing and playing good football for the New York Football Giants, okay? Once he got his money, he started, ripping and tearing and carrying on and just being a jerk off, okay? You don't need that. You don't. We're going through that kind of thing a very, very, very small little bit with the Monmouth Rage. There was a couple of guys who were just, they are not positive. They are not dialed into what the overall vibe of the team is. So guess what? I don't care. You got all the talent in the world. You're out.
You're
We're
out.
gone.
You're out. You're done.
We cut him. We cut him.
You're fired.
You're
fired.
You're fired. Okay. You did a very
Wrong.
bad job. You zigged when you should have zagged. You didn't see it coming. You didn't prepare. You're fired. And here's the thing. Beckham, as talented as he is, he's a distraction. He is a distraction. Oh my goodness. Okay, and they got a nice safety for him, along with a first and a third round pick. The safety is going to replace Landon Collins, who they just lost to free agency to Washington earlier this week. And everybody's, oh my God, what are we going to do? Landon Collins, he was great. He was pretty great. But this guy they just got, Peppers, Jabril Peppers from the Browns.
Sausage and peppers?
Right. Mighty Sausage and Peppers. He's ranked better than what Collins was. So there's a bonus. Another first-round pick at pick number 17. There's a bonus. A third-round pick that, you know what, they could either use or here. The Arizona Cardinals have made it known that their first-round quarterback pick a year ago, Josh Rosen, is he's available.
Oh.
Okay? So if you can't get the first two big QBs, Haskins out of Ohio State and the kid from Oklahoma, if you can't land them in the draft, you know what? Make a deal with the Cardinals to get Rosen in with that third round as part of the bargaining chip. Bingo. And here's what's going to happen. This year for the Giants, don't look for any spectacular amounts of wins. I'm going to say 4.
Why are you saying that?
Because they're rebuilding. They're rebuilding. Okay? You got rid of a big talent. The guys who are at wide receiver now and who can catch out of the back. Now you've got Saquon Barkley. He is the real deal. But you got.
Is he related to Charles Barkley?
Actually, no.
Oh.
You got Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. He's a great running back, and he can catch out of the backfield. You've got Evan Ingram at tight end who, okay, stay healthy, Evan, and we'll see how you do. You've got Sterling Shepard at wide receiver. Good, but not the talent of Beckham. And a couple of others who also receive, who, again, NFL quality, but not the quality of Beckham. So you're liable to have a so-so at best year this year because of the rebuild. I will take that because this should have happened a year ago. Cut out the nonsense and the distractions so that going forward, you can get back to playing Giant football. Get either a new quarterback this year through either the draft or through the Rosen thing, or if not, let the quarterback situation work itself out. Eli Manning's contract is up after this year. He will be 39 years old going into next season. Okay, so who knows? And get somebody. Now, the next year's draft is going to be a nice quarterback crop to pick. So you get one. If you don't get one this year, you get one next year. Have him sit for 1 year. Give Manning a 1-year deal at 39, and he'll be happy to take it, you hope. Go to the order, go to the team, big picture, and then all of a sudden in 2021, it's time to make a big run. If not 2020, if everything goes this year.
2020.
C-Lab 2020. Yeah.
So
2020 or 2021.
Who's the owner of the New York Knicks basketball team?
Yeah. Tip of my tongue, I don't remember.
I didn't know that.
He's not on the stick real well. He's
Does it start with M?
The fans are all over him all the time.
Yeah.
I forget.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Dolan. That's his
Dolan.
name.
That's him. That's who I want. So what happened was Dolan was walking out of a Knicks game, and one of the people in the crowd, a guy, yelled to him, "Sell the team."
That's a good idea.
Right? He turns around. He looks at the guy and he said, "What'd you say?" And he said, "I said sell the team." And he said, "Oh." He said, "Well, enjoy your games at home." Went up to somebody and said, "Ban him for life."
Wow.
And banned him for life for saying that.
Wow.
And they were saying that not only does he own the Knicks, but he
right.
also owns Madison Square Garden, correct?
Yeah, he's a pin person. He's a point person at Madison.
So
Square
he
Garden.
had this guy banned for saying sell the team. First of all, shut up. Like, who cares? First of all, you're going to ban this. You're lucky he actually paid a ticket to see your stupid team.
And they suck. They're horrible.
And they suck. So he was there and paid a ticket to see your stupid team. He said sell the team to a guy who was a pretty powerful guy.
Yeah.
And the guy said, "You know what? enjoy the games at home because you won't be coming back here. And he got him banned for life from the games.
That's ridiculous. Now,
Isn't that incredible?
Had it been something like out in Salt Lake City, did you hear about that?
No, tell me about that.
Russell Westbrook from the Oklahoma City Thunder, they were playing at Salt Lake, I guess, night before last or over the weekend, and a fan got all loud with Russell Westbrook.
Oh yeah.
Okay? And Russell said something, you could read his lips because they certainly bleeped it out, but, oh yeah, what you going to do? Blah, 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 blah. You know what? I'm going to F you up, and all this. So he got a $25,000 fine for being, threatening and so forth. But the fan is no longer going to be experiencing Utah Jazz football. Yeah, Utah Jazz basketball games.
Ever. Live
and in living person, ever. He's done.
Like, isn't that incredible? Like, you have that kind of power. Just be like, you'll never come back here again. Imagine. I wish I had that power. Like, I wish I could just say to someone, you will never, ever come back in here again. Like, I just want to say that to somebody.
Yeah.
And then them go, yeah, right. And be like, no, really. You'll
Done.
never, ever come back here again. It's like that power. Remember, when we used to go to nightclubs? And, the doorman had all the power.
Yeah, he did.
And he would stand there. So if you got into a fight, they'd look and say, you'll never come back here again. And they meant it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you try to go to the door. Oh, jeez. And then you try to go to the door.
She's disgusting with you, man.
I'm mad. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it.
Of course.
3 minutes of berating. Starts now. What the heck, man? Why don't you just pull out of it? Pull out your carpet.
That's what she said.
Pull up your carpet. Get your paint off the walls. And let's find a different place. He's not listening to me because that's going to make me really mad. Does he know anything about me?
Not really.
Not really. Not really.
He thinks he does.
Not really.
He thinks he does.
Not really.
Like Bugs Bunny used to say, he don't know me very well.
He don't know me very well. Ruben, what are you doing? Are you the man in charge or you're not the man in charge? Of life. Of the property across the street. Who's the girl got to see to get something done around here?
You're talking to him. No. That's not what we're talking about.
He's not going to help you with that studio across the street.
That's not what we're talking about.
Just letting you know. So are you paying rent right now?
For some place you can't be in.
So you're paying rent? No, I don't mean for here. Are you paying rent for across the way?
Wait. I got one of you saying no and one of you saying yes. And then Ben 20 minutes ago was, well, we needed a deposit to put down to be sure that we could have our space. Holy fright. Wow.
Okay, but obviously they're going to want their rent, but they're not letting you move in. It's just.
Telling you, chairlift. Like an acorn chairlift,
Yeah. They still have to install it. They have to put the track on there.
It's a hell of a lot less
It's cheaper than an elevator.
Oh, I understand.
What about an escalator?
I understand that.
Ooh, what about one of those
escalator?
Or in airports they have the little moving floors. We can get that.
Like the caveman goes on.
Yeah.
The caveman could do it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't go up is the problem.
We can do that.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Man.
Holy fright.
Anyway.
We're just.
They knew about it. The part is they knew about. They should have got it. They just say, listen, ask the town.
It was in the plans.
They not do it. Is it okay?
But they would have said no because it's illegal.
And then they would have known.
It's illegal. You can't not do that. You can't. It's actually considered discriminatory. It falls under that category because you are leaving out people with disabilities, and you can't do that. You can get
What
sued.
did we
correct.
do 75 years ago or 50 years ago?
No.
I don't necessarily agree or disagree with it, but sometimes you just gotta, what
Well, because
the heck, and
it's
make
not
it
an
happen.
old law. It's not an old law. So anything that was built pre to that law doesn't have to get it.
Yeah, I understand.
So you know what I mean. And historical buildings do not have to get
That's
it. But
the reason this joint doesn't have one.
Correct.
The wide floors. This is
Correct.
an old building.
Correct.
You guys want to know something interesting, though?
what?
he had to change the bathroom signs to Braille. And I said, what blind man's going to be climbing up the steps?
He really did.
Requirement for Braille.
OSHA.
Braille. What did I say?
You took the training. You're OSHA certified. Yeah, see, John's OSHA certified now. Did you finish?
Not yet. Not
how
yet,
many
not
hours
yet.
left? Like 2?
Probably got 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah,
left.
he's gonna be OSHA certified. So he'll
Well,
tell
I'm
you.
certified, all right.
He'll tell you. Yeah, OSHA certification. I wish they did that with me when I was there because I actually friggin' read through that OSHA binder. I know that whole
Well, we
thing.
had Usha. She's a nice lady.
Not OSHA. But I wish they did that when I was there because I'd like to be OSHA certified. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed, to say the least. And I would like a meeting to be set up with me and the management. If you can arrange that,
Because
Ruben, that would be great.
That will go well.
Oh, it will. I will be a representative
Representative?
of Hamilton.net,
Representative?
and I will go in and I will wear the best business suit I have with my briefcase and sit down and talk business and try to figure out how we can get in there by the end of March.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hello.
that's what I'm saying. By the end of March, I'm gonna get us in there. So, Ruben, can you arrange a meeting?
What?
What, Jerry Petito wanted to get a meeting, so get me and Jerry. And Jerry will kick his ass, though.
Oh, my.
Jerry's no joke. She's a spitfire. She can take him out. You know. So, her and
Take 2.
Jerry and who's Rich? All right.
Oh, boy. And it gets curiouser and curiouser. Yeah.
See, I owned a business once. I own a dance studio, so I know a lot of stuff about owning businesses. Let me tell you, and I think I need to step in. It's time. No, it's time to step in. I have to do it.
I mean, here's the bottom line. I mean, but not really. We, meaning not just the two of us, the collective we, I have to think are very keyed, fired, excited, upbeat about a new place. Mm-hmm. And that's not intended to be a shot on the current place, but you know what? Maybe it is half a shot.
I look
okay?
like a little baby.
It is what it is, and we're just, having been there. Well, oh gee, here we go. Having been there and done that with
Should have done that an hour ago.
decent radio facilities and some that were out of State College, Pennsylvania. I had a production room that was literally a closet. It had been a closet with shelves around the perimeter. So to have gone from
and to hold.
basically from the outhouse to the penthouse, because I've been in wonderful facilities. As a matter of fact, that place where I went for the production director position, going from the outhouse to the penthouse, man, that could be a penthouse for so many reasons and so many people's advantage, whether it be
Stop wasting your breath.
exposure-wise, or
This is
financial-wise.
It's useless.
I'm just saying.
It's useless.
That's
You got a haircut too.
2 weeks ago.
Anyway.
That's
Okay,
where it is.
okay.
We're just eager. There's the word, eager.
Where's the Animal House people? They always come early. They always come like.
Come rumbling in and
Yeah.
ripping and carrying on.
Yeah.
And conversating. And hello, Anya.
Is there a separate room in the new? Is there like a separate, like a green room type? Wow.
Ooh,
I'm dreaming about that. I'm having dreams about it.
wow. Don't tease me, Jane.
I'm excited. Can I tell you why I'm excited?
Why?
Because Aaron Carter followed me on Twitter.
What?
I don't know why.
Whoa.
I don't know what I did to deserve that.
Why not?
Because I wasn't following him, but he followed me. So I followed him back.
What about Clarence Carter? Clarence Carter.
I'm excited. So I want to say what up to my friend on Twitter, Aaron Carter. What's up?
There it is.
That's it.
Whoop, there it is.
That's really all I have to say.
Wow, did it get
What else do I have
hot
to-
in here all of
Yeah.
a sudden? I am warm.
Oh, go see Us. I told you that my former student, Kara, she's
Yeah.
in that movie. We're going to see that. I got to see. My problem is this. Here's my issue.
Go ahead.
I love scary movies.
Oh, gee.
Love scary movies. And I don't know what happened. I used to watch them alone all the time, but something took place that now I cannot watch them alone anymore. And here's the problem, right? I'm alone a lot, and if my boyfriend's over, he can't watch horror movies. He doesn't like them at all.
Is that right?
Scared to death. Doesn't watch them. So here's the issue, right? So who do I see scary movies with?
I don't know.
This is a problem. You don't see scary movies? I have to go see this movie, so I'm trying to.
I get freaked out.
No, I need someone who's confident and secure when they're watching it, because I am the freaked out one. I'm the one who's like screaming. No, yeah, I'd be screaming and stuff. Well, I was thinking of asking.
One screaming at the thing. Don't go in
Yeah,
there!
that's me. That's me.
no.
Don't you go in there. That's me.
He looks at it from a producer's point of view. Oh, look at the angle.
Oh no, not going to that. Nope.
Nope.
No. You know what though? It's funny you say that, because I did a lot of films as an extra, and every time I watch films, I look at the extras, because I was an extra in a lot of films. I was an extra. So when you've been an extra, you watch all the extras all the time, and that's all I do. I'll always watch the extras, because I'll see them walking and I'll be like, I know what they just told them to do. And sometimes they try to do something different so they can stand out. I know how it works. They'll move their hand differently. That's what they do.
I myself am currently enjoying some extra gum.
All right, there you
It
go.
lasts an extra long time.
So I think I'm gonna ask Silvana. I wish we can call Silvana right now and ask her
Is that
if
Doublemint or
we
spearmint?
can, huh?
Is that Doublemint or spearmint?
Oh,
It's
shoot.
spearmint. It's true. I wouldn't lie to you.
I'm gonna call my friend Silvana and ask her if she will go to this scary movie with me, because she likes scary movies, but I don't know if she'll watch them alone either. So I may have to reach out to her to find out if she will go with me
Well,
to the scary movie, because it's too scary. It's too scary to watch. Should we call her right now?
I don't know.
Well, I'll call her. You don't want to? I'd call her, because I don't think her boyfriend's gonna. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the hell was that?
Yeah. It's
It
like
was,
a guy.
it was a big guy of shut up. That's
Shut up! That guy.
That's who it is.
Be quiet. I do. I seriously. But now all these scary movies keep coming. Now here's the thing too. On Netflix, there's all these scary movies on Netflix, and oh, bye, Ruben. Can't wait for the new place. Okay.
That's what she said.
All right. Thanks. Oh, jeez. I give up.
And the hits just keep on coming, everybody. 647, 1307, traffic and weather together on the 8s. Big Bog, good morning.
So all these new horror movies keep coming out on Netflix, and I can't watch them. I can't watch them.
Why? You cool?
Because I'm afraid.
Now you're afraid.
I am. I don't know
All
what
those years
happened.
You just would hang around. And
No problem
even a couple
before.
years ago, John, you got to see this movie. I'm like,
Something
okay.
happened. Something happened. I don't know why.
What have
But
you done?
well, here's the issue. I'll watch a scary movie, and then I go to sleep, and then I'm thinking, scary
Oh,
movie.
for corn's
yeah.
sake.
Yeah, it won't get out of my head.
Well,
Yeah.
don't watch it watch it on a Sunday at like 3:00.
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
No, it'll linger. It'll linger.
Well,
It'll
you watch
linger.
something after though. You're like, oh, that was cool. Then you watch
Something. I'm
I
gonna
don't know, like Abbott and
see if I
Costello,
can
you
watch
know what I mean?
something. Well, I definitely wouldn't be watching that.
Well,
But I'll watch
you know what I
something.
mean.
I know what you mean. So I'll watch something scary at like 12 or 1 in the afternoon, like on a Sunday. Then watch something like funny and hope
Right.
it like my mind doesn't permeate and keep like.
And then like
get
8:00, do a chick flick.
I hate chick flicks. I hate
okay.
them.
Well, never mind.
But I would watch like something like
it
like
cleanses your
adventure or
mind.
science fiction or something like that.
All right.
That's what I would watch. But I need to. I mean, that's a good idea. I'm gonna
See?
try that. Okay, so this is my experience. So this weekend, I'm gonna watch a scary movie in the day, and then watch something not so scary after, and then see if I can sleep that night. Because if I can't, it's your freaking fault.
No.
Yep. I'm
It's
holding
the
you
poor
accountable.
musician that blames
I'm
the
holding you
instrument.
accountable. I'm holding you accountable.
Okay.
No, that's the deal. Holding you accountable. I'm holding you accountable.
Accountable.
Yeah, because I want to watch these scary movies, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid. You know what? I need to hire somebody who can just come to my house and watch scary movies
And
with me
scare
and
you?
leave. No.
Like hide behind the corner.
They'll come to your house.
What? I don't want them touching me.
Wait, they'll sit and watch TV with you too.
You know what? You just don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Wow.
Yeah, but not for nothing.
They have to just sit there.
Like, isn't that like prostitution?
Ridiculous.
It's sort of like what I do.
That's like an escort.
Daughters live still live with me.
No, it's called babysitting.
They live there. Nobody pays nothing. So it's extra people.
It's like escort service.
Wow.
I need to get somebody to just come to my house.
Escort service.
Yeah, yeah, right. And then they can just sit with me and watch the scary movie. So you know what I've been doing? So I've been trying really hard. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, as you know.
Yeah.
So there's a thing called Walking Dead fan reactions. And I've been recording myself reacting
reaction.
to The Walking Dead
Right.
to get them to put me in their fan reaction thing. And they haven't done it yet. I've done it for 3 weeks. I'm getting really angry.
Damn them.
What do I gotta do? Yeah, what do I gotta do? Like, why aren't they using my? I'm funny.
Here, get Ruben.
I'm
to
funny.
Get Ruben to call a meeting.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I just need to know why they're not using my reactions, and I'm putting it in. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'll send them a link to my this show with me pleading with them to put me into their show.
Because that's the
Of
way to get a
me.
reaction and movement. Yeah.
I don't know, but it's getting me mad because I'm like reacting and I'm not getting any feedback.
I am sorry.
You should be sorry.
Well, I didn't do anything, but I am so sorry.
Don't you know what I missed? I missed Monster Mania, and I don't know how I missed
Oh.
it. They used it.
How is this possible?
Well, it used to be in August, and then it ended up being in March, and I don't know why. I didn't even pay attention. I don't know how that happened. And the only reason I knew is because
Rob Winter.
no, not Rob Winter,
Dennis
Fro-
Clark.
Dennis Clark, and
The Day Clark 5.
no, Dennis Clark and
Chris Filippi.
Chris Philippi. They went to Monster Mania.
that
Did you see
right?
that picture?
I did not.
They met Dolph Lundgren, and they dressed up.
I must break you.
Yeah, they dressed up like Rocky and took a picture with
that
him.
right?
Yeah. So I'll show you the
right on.
picture. It's pretty funny.
They love that stuff, man. They're fun like that.
Yeah, so the picture showed up, and I was so mad because I was like, I was going to go to that because the girls from The Craft was there. Niv Campbell was there, and I wanted to meet her.
Damn it.
And who did?
Best ever. You're never gonna guess. I got her.
Oh, really?
I got her on the.
Yeah.
She's gonna be on the.
I wanted to
show.
meet her.
She'll be there in 2 weeks. You'll see her in 2 weeks. She's gonna be on the show.
Carlos met a lot of people, but I wanted to meet her, and I was really mad because I completely forgot.
The other white meat?
Meatloaf too.
Wow.
Well, why don't we just talk about everybody he's met?
No, I mean,
And Steve Kramer. What?
Let's just talk about that. You want to talk about the people I met? Because I met a lot of people. I met Jennifer Lopez.
You know what? It's
Yeah, it's pretty
who's
cool,
gonna
right?
Be on tonight.
Did Carlo?
Lita Ford,
Lita Ford. I didn't meet Lita Ford.
Joan Jett.
I haven't met Joan
Best
Jett either.
entertainer ever.
I haven't met Joan Jett.
She loves rock and roll.
Is he having any guests tonight in the Animal House? I don't think they're coming.
there's no Facebook working, so I don't know if they're coming.
But that's not a reason
It's
not
a
to
big
show up and do a
question
show.
Whatever it is.
No, but you put it on YouTube, and then you take the link from YouTube and put it on your Facebook.
That's what we're going to do here. Yeah, because the Facebook.
But why didn't they didn't show up and they didn't tell you?
Nobody ever does. I sit here and wait for hours sometimes.
Oh,
I'm gonna wait till 8:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock. That's it.
wow.
That's wrong, dude.
Wow.
No, that's wrong.
That's unprofessional.
You have a life. Oh, thanks for those. You know what? Thanks for those
Hey.
pictures, by the way.
Did you get her on Hoarders yet?
No, that's what I just said. No.
What's she going on? She's all excited.
So no, he sent me the pictures.
Coming over, they're gonna clean. And then they're not gonna clean. They're gonna make you.
They're gonna make you go clean, and they're gonna make you go to like
No,
psychology.
Jane, you
These
gotta-
are like therapy. You gotta go to therapy.
You did it all wrong. You go, oh, they're going to come over, going to clean. Yes, they're going to come over and they're going to clean. And then meanwhile, they come over, okay, you, clean.
No, they make you go to therapy too.
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah.
But
Go to therapy for living.
Yeah, you would too. But no, I got the pictures, and then I went to the website. But for some, I think they're for the season. I think they're done. You have to wait till
Oh.
next season because they had no. It was like, but I've got it.
Check back
I'm working
often
on it.
for the next season.
Yeah, that's basically it. But I'm gonna get you on that show because I'm determined.
The whole season will be our own freaking house.
See, after the one I watched though, that I told you about, your house isn't
can't.
that bad
I
compared to
just
this because
can't.
theirs was like to the roof. I mean, it was like, and there was like you don't have rats and cockroaches and stuff, do you?
Not that I know of.
Well, see, that's the difference. You don't have any dead
Are
animals.
you willing to learn?
Your animals are alive, right? Your cats are all alive. See,
That we
that's
know
the
of.
difference. You know, that's a good thing. How are your cats doing? Yeah, are they happy in that house?
Well, the one poops all over the place.
Oh,
I mean, and every flight of the stairs in the cellar, every day there's another poop somewhere.
Now, do they have a
Boxes.
and
Just doesn't want to go to it. The cat doesn't want to.
there's a reason for that, yeah.
oh boy.
So where does the dog poop?
Outside.
Do you have a yard? Okay, so you can open the door and let him go out.
Usually walk him out.
Yeah, yeah. But the cats just go all over the
Meanwhile,
house.
there's a hay bale size.
The other cat won't.
There's a hay bale size.
Does the
mound of
cat
dog
get? Does the
out
poop get
back.
picked up?
Yeah, eventually when my daughter comes home.
Eventually.
My wife won't touch it.
That's
no.
no.
OCD.
Oh boy.
And I'm not there, and then when I go home, I'm like, oh, jeez, I'll pick it up most of the time, but
How many kids do you have?
just the two girls.
Oh, just the 2 girls. Okay.
One's too tired. She's like, I'm too tired when I come from work. I can't do it, Dad.
Of course.
Let's gotta wait there till the next day.
Wow.
This is the millennial thing.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's what it is. Listen, my kitchen table is a dumping ground for like mail and, whatever, shopping, whatever. So my kitchen table is a hoarder's table, but it's just a table. Everything else in my house is fine. You've been to my house.
Of course.
But for some reason, my kitchen table, I don't know why, I just dumped it. And I look at the table and I go, oh my God, that table, like every day. Don't even use the word hoarder in my name. I will beat your ass. I'm saying the table is like a mini hoarder. Like the table, not me, not Tracy Paris. The table is. So, like, I'll come home with a bag of stuff, and I'll put the bag on the table, and then I'll take the stuff out of the table, and I'll leave the bag there. Or my mail, I pick up my mail, I put all my mail on the table. Next thing you know, I have all this mail, and I'm like, I got to go through this mail. So that's what I mean. But my table doesn't, I can't see that's the thing. But if my whole house looked like that table, I would lose my crap. I mean, I would be bad.
I hear you.
I couldn't live like that. So, I mean, and I saw your pictures. I know, I was pretty disturbed by that.
Wow.
There was two extra things added to the bedroom and bathroom walkway. Now it's even gotten smaller. It was only 6 inches. Now it's probably like 4 inches.
Oh.
And she's like, doesn't want to.
Closed now because you got so much stuff it overflows. So she don't even bother closing the closet. So I gotta walk like
Nope.
around.
Nope.
At night.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Nope.
We're going to get that showing. We're going to get it in.
Wow.
We're going to get it in.
Nobody knows.
How's,
People I've seen.
well, and is the outside of your house look normal? Like the outside the yard and so on? Like,
Shutters are off. A lot of them are unscrewed.
like if you drove by your house, would people be like, oh my God, that house is a dump? Or,
Because that causes bugs, ants, and different.
well, the ants are going to come. The ants are going to come whether you want to or not. Yeah, ants are resilient.
Were there and all the other
Yeah.
stuff. And I'm like, well, who's going to maintain it? Well, that's me. Remember?
Yeah.
I was telling you?
Yeah.
I used to work. Used to come home and work
Yep.
Yeah.
and then cook and then work
Ugh.
and then go to sleep.
Well, you're gonna get to go home early because we're gonna finish up, and they're definitely not coming. So you definitely are gonna finish early tonight.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What's it, where?
The chiller car. Parsippany. Where they
Is that where they went?
Nev and yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, all right. Well, you got anything else?
Just what? If you're around in Homedale, New Jersey, or can get to Homedale, New Jersey, Saturday afternoon at 1:00, Monmouth Rage, first game of the first season of the Monmouth Rage. We got some guys who are ready to play some ball. I have to tell you, some good, hard-hitting, fast, fun, wow kind of 8-man football. Think Philly Soul, that kind of thing. Orlando Predators.
Hall & Oates?
No.
Oh.
John Bon Jovi.
Philly Soul is Hall & Oates.
John Bon Jovi.
No.
Yes, he's part owner.
No, but Philly Soul, that's what they used to call Hall & Oates.
Until the Philly Soul is now the team in.
They're still called Philly Soul.
No, they're called Hall & Oates.
No, they're not. The name wasn't Philly Soul.
The Philly Sound is what it was
No,
called.
they used to call Philly Soul. I'm looking it
help
up
me
for
out
you.
here.
I'm gonna look it up for you. I'm gonna look it up for
Right.
you. I'm gonna look it up for you.
James Bond, Live and Let Die,
Google.
1973.
Google.
Whose funeral?
Google.
Yours. So
Thank God for
Tracy's
Google.
going to check the Google, okay? We're going to see if we can't get back on the Facebook next time. The Spacebook, MyFace, whatever of them. And
Twitter.
Twitter,
Instagram,
yeah.
Snapchat.
But on Saturday,
Oh, boy.
smokes. Saturday afternoon,
world's
1
falling
o'clock,
apart.
St. John Vianney High School, Monmouth Rage against Columbia County, Pennsylvania Kings.
Monmouth or Monmouth?
Yes. No mouth.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Mouth. Mr. Mouth. Mr.
Monmouth.
Mouth. Remember Mr. Mouth? Anyway.
No.
Squirrel. Football. 8-man. Outdoors. St. John Vianney High School, 540A Line Road in Homedale, New Jersey.
Five.
Check it out.
5 glorious. Oh.
That's all I got. How about you?
Well, I am going to go see the Bruins play the Devils next Thursday, so I'll talk about it
All right.
next Wednesday. But
Right on.
I'm excited about that because
Very
I love
nice.
hockey, so I'm excited.
Hockey.
And that's about it, really.
All right.
I got nothing.
That's all of it. Give the week your best shot. Until next time, we'll catch you around the way on REALTOWN with John and Tracy.
Yes.
Peace. We out.
Bye.
Cut the lights. This is it. The night of nights. No more rehearsing and nursing apart. We know every card